my seminar topic, which is on autonomous vehicles. I'm guided by Murugesh PD. These are the contents that I'm going to explain you on this video: history and evolution, types of autonomous vehicles, technology, companies that are going to invest on this technology, future impacts, impact on society, how the autonomous vehicles impact on society, public perception, what is the public perceptions on autonomous vehicles, references and conclusions. So what is autonomous vehicles? Autonomous vehicle, autonomy is a Greek word which is derived from Greek. Autonomy means self and nomos means law. That means it is a self-driving vehicle. And autonomous vehicles are self-driving vehicles that can navigate, operate, and without human intervention, and uses sensors, softwares, and algorithms, AI algorithms, ML algorithms to improve its precision. And what is the need of autonomous vehicles? Autonomous vehicles is needed to safety and mobility and also the efficiency of transportation. To increase all these things, the autonomous vehicles are needed, and it's very useful and doing its work properly. So the autonomous vehicles are very demanding. And what is the valuation of autonomous vehicles evolution? It starts from 1980s, where the DARPA, as a Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, launches a very useful autonomous vehicles in the battlefields and use it in the defense, so that they can carry out the arms and ammunition to the battlefield without any human intervention. It was a very good success. So then 1990 to 2000, the major automotive companies started developing the features like Benz and General Motors and Uber. All these companies are investing in the automotive electronics and automotive companies, and that can have a big change in automotive industries. And next, the 2004 and Defense Advanced Research Project Agency has launched some very good challenges, and the challenges is to complete a task, and the only vehicle that has completed is the one vehicle of DRAPA. And next 2005, Stanford University wins a second prize in DRAPA Grand Challenge, where DRAPA launches a second challenge, and the Stanford University participated in that, and Stanford University got second prize. Like it's the vehicle that has been up to the mark. And the Google 2010, Google started developing and researching on the self-driving cars, and the Google is still in the developing stage. And 2020 is a very good um, era, that a decade that uses a very large amount of autonomous vehicles. Comparatively, the autonomous vehicles technology continues to growing and rapidly. Many more companies that are going to invest on this in, so that they have the knowledge, and they can they know that the autonomous vehicles are going to come in the future, so that the technology is being provided with many more supports. The level of autonomous automation, though there are 5 levels of automation, where the first one is no automation. You don't have to, sorry, there is no anything that is automated. Everything is controlled by a driver, and every single element has to be precised, and driver has to in a wake state. And the thing is, there are 5 levels of automation: no automation, and semi-automated, and the conditionally automated, and also highly automated and fully automated. All these are automation levels. And coming to the types of autonomous vehicles, it is depending on the size and the work which is done. And we have first and self-driving cars, autonomous trucks and drones, autonomous buses, autonomous boats and ships. Self-driving car is a one which is autonomous, fully autonomous, and which is going to drive you the you to the destination without any human intervention, and no driver is needed. That means no driver is needed. So the sensors and actuators do the works for sensing the local environment, and the GPS technology which is used to guide the mapping, and the AI algorithms and ML algorithms are used to detect the avoiding obstacles that are coming in front of it. So the potential improvement is the traffic congestion will be low, and increase in safety and mobility. And this is a very good project, and major autonomous tech companies are started investing heavily on this because of the changes that are going in the market. So the challenges in technology is one of the main reason, that is public perception. So what is the public perception on the self-driving vehicle is very good. uh, very good chance that public has a very good perception on this, so that uh, all investors are going to invest on this. So autonomous truck, what is an autonomous truck? Autonomous truck is nothing but which is transporting goods from one state to another state, or one place to another place. So the truck has a very uh, impactful performance on our daily life, so that the autonomous trucks going to make this very simple. Like autonomous truck is designed to travel a long distance and transport goods. So vehicles uses algorithms as usual, and transportation as because of this, the transportation cost and the cost that is added on the goods as a transportation charge will be less, because of less maintenance, and there is no driver, and it has no period that is resting, and it will reach very fast, and it has important and improvements, so that the cost will be reduced. The development is significant, and it has very big advantages. And next one is drone technology. Drone is a self-driving, sorry, it's a UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle, which has no obstacles in it, and it can move from anywhere to anywhere. Like uh, in its radius, it will move anywhere to anywhere. It has its navigation systems, and it has its communication systems. It has its deployment, and it has its very good concepts in it. So the drone is very useful, and it has a potential efficiency and reducing cost, safety, development, all these things. Next is autonomous bus. Autonomous bus, we usually travel in buses, and bus is very good example of transportation. So the self-driving buses going to simplify your traffic issues and passengers needs. mm, Potential increase in safety and reducing traffic congestions. Improve the public transports, like public transport is used more, so the improvement in public transport is very good. And adaptation of autonomous bus may also require significant changes, like road traffic rules has to be changed, and management systems and road systems has to be changed to use these autonomous buses, or a separate roads has to be built for this. Next one is autonomous boats and ships. It is a submarine which is a shown here. Submarine used to research and develop and explore the submarine, where we have explored the 7% or 88% of our water in a marine state, marine inner world, and any human can't survive in that pressure. And also the autonomous boats are invented, and these are having a very unique sensor, sonar, and also that will make the um, communication with the surface to the bottom, and it has a very good cameras and all, so it will capture and send it to the host, so inner world informations is stored and gathered, and we can use it for next developments too. So what is the technology behind autonomous vehicles? As I said, the technology is sensors, algorithms, and environment uh, capturers, or that is what the sensors and the actuators. So the next good thing is GPS technology, which is global position technology. It is replacing by GVS and visual position systems technology, and V2X is nothing but the connectivity that is going to connect with the local cars, and it has information of car, every car, by vehicle to vehicle connect, and security. The major is cyber security and data privacy, and regular ethical concerns are need to be addressed. Like the technology is very good, but the regular ethical concern has to be addressed, and it has to be met perfectly. And the global companies that are going to develop autonomous vehicles, autonomous cars in future generation, and that is one of the biggest. It's Tesla and General Motors, Volvo, Intel, Uber, Bloom, and the potential impact. Potential future applications. One potential application is autonomous flying car. So as usual, we see the drones and all flying, but they can't carry human in it. So it won't be a transportation. It will be a transportation of human, or it will only suitable for transporting goods or any other services. The autonomous flying cars which transport humans, to one place to another place, which is very significant. And autonomous cargo ships, which cargo ships are uses an autonomous AGVs, like it will transport uh, it will transport the goods in small categories to the destination. And autonomous construction vehicles like cranes and robots, which is going to construct. And we have seen last year 3D printer construction model, and which is done by autonomous robot. It's developed. And autonomous emergency responses, like if you are going to autonomous emergency, like we have developed an autonomous ambulance going to respond in emergency situations. So it will be very helpful to the medical field, so that the up to time the victim or any injured person will reach the hospital and have his medications. And next one is impact on autonomous vehicles. How the autonomous vehicles impact on society. Autonomous vehicles impact on society will be on improved safety features very good, and autonomous vehicles won't crash, but there has to be certain category, certain limitations to it, and then it will work on accordingly. The increased mobility, which is a very good feature, and reducing traffic congestions, and yes, it is a very good effect on the society, because of traffic is very time consuming, and which is a very bad to in metropolitan cities. So economic, yes, the economic impact, like if it is a company growing in the certain area, the economy will also grow because of the tax paying and all. So environmental impact, that's small, and we are going to switch to EV and all. So EV will work very uh, impactful. So the environmental contribution is less, but the environment stage that we are going in, environment is going to change day by day. So the slight impact on the environment is very useful. So we'll reduce the amount of emissions and all, and we ensure that the environment is not impacted by this system. So privacy concerns, yes, the privacy is a very important thing, that the data has to be protected properly and regularly. So when you are going to implement something new, so it has to be a legal issue, so the law and order issue, so and other, like some regulations has to be made, and rules has to be made for this, only for this autonomous vehicles. And next is um, the autonomous vehicles, depending how the cost of autonomous vehicles will depend. The first thing is research and development, and the next thing is manufacturing, infrastructure, insurance. First thing is research and development. An autonomous vehicles needs a huge research, and a huge research team, and a very good range of. So it will cost some effective price. So the manufacturing is a very important process, so that the components that are using has to be a very good component, so that the cost will depends on this also. So the infrastructure that we are going to implement is so it's on autonomous vehicles. Every infrastructure has to be uh, updated one, so the cost will depend more on this. So the insurance policies has to be made, so it is an autonomous vehicles. The self-driving vehicle has different than the human driving vehicle. So the insurance policies has to be a different one. So it will also impacts on the cost prices of autonomous vehicles. Next one is, what is the public perception interest on the mm, autonomous vehicles? There are two kinds of public. So whatever you do, we invent, the public has to take, because the public we are doing it. So there are two types of persons: optimistic and pessimistic. Who likes the optimistic, who likes the futures, and who likes an autonomous vehicles and buys it, and gives good thoughts on this. And pessimistic, who likes the features, but he doesn't want to buy, because of he only looks at such failures, and he's in way of thinking that autonomous vehicles will not be useful. And these are the references. The first one is Sid and Jimmy, and references that have been gone through. And conclusion is, autonomous vehicles is very useful to the society, and autonomous vehicles brings a very potential changes in the society, so that the autonomous vehicle has to be implemented, and some of the hurdles are there, so it will overcome all the hurdles, and the government will change the policies and all, so the autonomous vehicles have a good impact on society, so the autonomous vehicles will be used in the future. So thank you. If you have any doubt, post it in the comment section. I'll be there to explain you and clear your doubts.